Good evening. Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry has won his fourth term as Fort Wayne mayor.
He defeated Republican challenger Tim Smith. Here are the numbers. As you can see, Henry started when those very first results came in with a very large lead, and that lead really never diminished through the night. In fact, it might have even expanded 25,000 to 15,000 with the current numbers there. And we, again, are going to hear from Mayor Henry as he accepts this victory. He's at the Grand Wayne Center, and we are waiting for him to speak.
This means that he has a fourth term in office. He has been in office for a number of years, and this means that the Democrats continue their stronghold.
Apparently, we now understand that he is not going to speak at this time, so we will be back and hopefully join you if and when that happens. Keep it right here on Wayne 15.
Good evening. Tonight, Fort Wayne Mayor Tom Henry is celebrating a big win, his fourth term in office.
He defeated Republican challenger Tim Smith. You see there the margin, 25,000 to 15,000 votes. Those numbers are not final. Tom Henry actually went over the 31,000 mark, which is what he was in his first campaign, the most votes he's ever received in his 4 runs as mayor. We now know that the mayor is getting ready to speak at the Grand Wayne Center.
Smith conceded the race shortly after 8 o'clock this evening, thanking his family and supporters. You're going to find that on Wayne.com. Right now, we are going to go to the Grand Wayne Center, where the mayor is preparing to take the stage.
Members of the campaign staff, and I'd ask that they please join me on the stage. I'd like to start with our field director, Derek Camp. Aaron McCarthy. Haley McLahoe. Max Rosen. Caleb Kraft. Alex Wolpe. To our friends behind the cameras producing those wonderful commercials, Dustin McKibben right here. Thank you, Dustin. And our friend Ty Black, who can't join us tonight, but he also helped with our commercials. Matt Henry. He is responsible for the messaging of this campaign and the wonderful commercials and the positivity that we continually saw. And finally, Jenna Bates. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank all the volunteers, the donors, and the members of the Henry family for your tireless support. So thank all of you. But tonight, nobody deserves more credit than Mayor Henry. We've all watched him from several campaigns now, and I can tell you, my friends, Mayor Henry has never worked harder than this campaign. As his nephew and as a part of the team, I am so proud of him. Yay. He walked neighborhoods, he dialed for dollars, he stood at polls today. He worked tirelessly. He wanted this victory, not for himself, but for the citizens of Fort Wayne. There's a lot left to be done, and he did not want the momentum to stop. And because of you, he is going to be our mayor for 4 more years. So without further ado, It is really my privilege and my honor to bring to the stage Mayor Tom Henry.
Thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming this evening. I just received a phone call from a few minutes ago from candidate Tim Smith conceding the election. I want to thank Tim Smith seriously for having the courage to step up to run for a position at the level of a mayor of a city. It's a difficult position to run for. This was his first attempt, and to be able to jump from where he was at as a vice president of a company with no real political experience prior as far as serving in an office to run for a mayor of a city, it took a lot of courage. I realized that this particular campaign was very aggressive and very strong and at times contentious. But I will not say anything against candidate Smith. He had the courage to step up and to run for an office. Not everybody can do that. So for that alone, thank you. Thank you, Tim Smith, for having that amount of courage to run for an office. You know, it's a daunting task for mayors who come into an office sometimes, because the first thing they're asked, what are you going to do the first 100 days in office? Every mayor is asked that. But what I would like to do is start my speech off tonight is, what have we accomplished over the last 4,000 days? What have we done in the area of public safety? My friends, we have a police force and a fire department. I was just with several of them yesterday training new recruits. There was no question.
You have been watching Mayor Tom Henry thank family and friends and supporters for his victory tonight over Tim Smith.
Again, in 4 races, the most votes the mayor has ever received as a candidate tonight, 32,571. He will also have more people with him on council. So we'll continue to update you on Wayne.com. If you'd like to continue watching his speech, we believe that is streaming also on Wayne.com. Of course, on air, we'll have more results tonight on Nightcast.
We'll see you then.